Mm, 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 mm. Oh, I am too excited about tonight. Too excited about tonight. Yo, 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 check it out. It's your boy, Lyric B, the illest, the trillest, the realest, guaranteed to kill it whenever I step up on the track. Yo, tonight, tonight is better than the Grammys, yo. Tonight I am doing something I've been wanting to do for a real long time. I'm talking to somebody that I'm just in love with, to say the least. Tonight we are interviewing Miss Dia Easley. Dia Easley is one of the dopest FM radio personalities I've ever known. She has many accolades and titles we're, you know, going to give her credit for it, but I wanted to point that out particularly because if there was not a Dia to, oh shoot, she coming in. Oh snap.
Hey, boo! Hey, you! I just want to hug
Oh my God, you don't age. What in the world?
you. We trying. How are you?
I'm great. I'm shaking. I'm not even gonna lie to you. You don't know
Oh
how
my
much I love you.
gosh.
You don't know how much I love you.
I wish we were together. I just
I
want to
know, I
hug
know.
you.
Now look, you still in Detroit, right?
No, so I'm actually in Atlanta, but I will be in Detroit by Thursday. Yeah.
Okay, cool, cool, cool.
Yeah, but
I
I'll
said
just
she
be
couldn't
there.
help herself. Look, when you had put the reel up, I was like, she couldn't help herself. She gotta do her radio thing. You know that thing. She gotta do it.
Oh my goodness. Right. But yeah, I'm so happy to be here. It is an honor. Thank you so much for all the kind words and stuff. You don't know you need it until you actually hear it sometimes.
Yeah,
So I'm just so grateful to you for all the love that you've always, you've been a sweetheart from the moment I've met you. So continue
I got our
being who
photo
you are.
too.
Do you? I'm so mad. One of my phones just completely went out on me, and I lost a whole lot of pictures and stuff. So please feel free to send it to me.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. I got the one when we first met. I got when I came back. Man, I got it all. We gonna get into it though. We gonna get into it.
Yes.
Yeah. So before we really start, I got two quick questions since this is the RT Talk Show, right? Where you know the
Okay.
real stuff. Okay. Well, we ain't gotta ask question number one because she just fixed it.
Uh-oh, what
Boy,
did
look, that Wi-Fi had you moving in slow motion. I was like, what's going on?
did it? You know
Yeah.
what? And I didn't actually change that. So, do I need to turn it off? Would it
No,
be
it's
better?
fixed. I think we're good now. But my
Okay.
second question was, no, for real. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. You know what?
How's everybody doing?
My family, we're such, I ain't gonna say we such troopers, but we such troopers. And I'll say from the for as long as I can remember, my family was always the family encouraging people, my mom doing ministry work in the church. So to kind of be in a situation over this last couple of years where we had to be on the receiving end of it, not because it was like the first time any tragedy or anything like that has happened to my family, but because this one hit just a little, it was just a little bit different. So I'm very proud of my family, seeing how sometimes it's okay to let go. We so used to always trying to help everybody, or if people ask, hey, do you need anything, saying no, because in our mind we thinking, well, we know you need something, so I don't want to take anything from you. And being able to say, like a good friend, he hugged me one day. He was like, I'm so happy you just said that, because when he asked how I was doing, I was like, I'm not okay. On that day I wasn't okay. And it's just good to know that all of the love we've put out throughout all of these years, that people have returned it. So
Hmm.
we're good.
Right. Great.
Tough.
Yeah, it come back 1,000-fold every time. Sure do.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, well, that warms my
Mm-hmm.
heart to hear. So now that we got the icebreaker, we got the
Okay.
icebreaker. People, I need to let y'all know who because sometimes I feel like she forget who she is. You know what I mean? So I need to let y'all know who we got in the building. Okay. I said legendary. Does that I know you're still young as hell, but like, does that trip you out? Because I know I ain't the first to say it. When you hear people say it, legendary. This,
um, Not so much, only because I started so young. So
right? Yeah,
to
yeah,
me, to me it's just I feel seen. When people, and not that I need that, but it's good to be seen and to be appreciated. So yeah, because I started so young, I take it.
yeah. Yeah, I take it. Right. So look, as we've mentioned, you were, and I say were, not even knowing. I didn't know the show. So is the show going? I didn't know you had left WRFG. I thought you had. What do they call it? A sabbatical, a leave? I didn't know you had
Yeah.
left.
Uh,
So
yeah. Yeah, yeah.
okay,
I needed a real break. And the
yeah,
crazy thing about it is, um, before before everything, well, it's kind of weird because I don't want to be talking like as if people know everything. So just so that y'all know, last year I my family experienced uh a death that like took us by storm, swept us totally off
yeah.
our
I
feet.
didn't know how much I should or shouldn't say.
No,
Yeah.
it's fine. It's
Okay.
fine because especially, let me say, especially because the trial of her murderer is about to start.
Glory to God.
I'd like to remind people that, justice still has to be served for her. So last year, my little sister cousin, her ex-husband decided to take her life. And just before that happened, it's so strange how things happen. It's not strange. It's beautiful how the Most High would cover you. So
Yeah.
just before that happened, I, decided to take a break.
Mhm.
I went home and I went home to Detroit. What up though? Um, to be loved on because for some reason I just wanted to be around those that know me. I
Mhm.
want to be around my family. I want to be around my friends, having no idea that this was about to happen. We had lost a few people the year before that, had us already, shook, but I didn't know that this was about to happen. So yeah, so I took that break, and then since then I still kind of needed to just sit down and get myself back together all the way because I was on some like just mad at the world a little bit where like you say the wrong thing, I'm snapping.
Oh, I know. I know.
Like
And you know
so,
what? I wanted to say to you, I know a lot of people are watching. I'm gonna try my best to give context, but I talk real fast sometimes. But I thank you when I went through not the exact same thing, but when I went through
Mhm.
something similar, I was engaged to be married really, really young. And I, lost my ex-fiance, God rest her soul. And I just remember I thank you for giving me grace. I look back, I'm like, boy, you was spazzing every which way. I had somebody sneeze the wrong way at the laundromat. I'm not playing.
Mhm.
That chick,
Yeah.
well, he was another ethnicity. He sneezed the wrong way, and it was about to go down. And
Going,
and
yeah.
grief is so every day. I don't even know
Yeah.
how to put it. It's different every day. Sometimes you're
Yeah.
living minute to minute. You just got to breathe through it. I say pray
Mhm.
through it, but sometimes you're just breathing through it. So, thank you for giving me that grace. And look, I hope everybody, is giving you the same grace because, like I said, you're one of the chosen ones. You're one of the
Oh.
CCOG, one of the chosen children of God. You know what I mean? So,
Hey.
we can't play with them. But
Mhm.
yeah. Now, and this is my well, if it's okay, I have one more question with regards
Okay,
to the
come
trial and things like that. So listen, the reports that I have been seeing, especially
on.
early on, when first off, I don't get. I don't even get why anything's going to trial because it seems real black and white
Right.
what happened.
Hmm.
But it seemed as though a lot of the reporters were almost, I don't know how to put this, like the headlines would be PPO, or out here they say PTO protective, or
Yeah.
what the victim was had filed to have a PTO to have protection, but the receiver did not receive it in time. And to a degree, it almost sounded like you're saying, well, he didn't receive it in time, so he could have been. You get what I'm saying? Like it just didn't
Yeah.
sound right to me. I didn't get what I was. I didn't get what the media was trying to.
Yeah.
So can you explain to me what a is it a PPO or a why are we going to trial? This is black and white. There's black and white evidence. What I don't I'm real confused. And
Well,
I
the
feel
crazy.
like
Oh, I'm
go
sorry.
ahead.
So it's basically going to trial, and y'all have no idea how many times it's been pushed back because he wanna, he really is trying to get off. Like for real, is trying to get off, and only because the actual camera footage, wasn't a camera directly showing him do it because he came into a hospital, and
Mhm.
his cameras all over the place. But for some reason, where she was, there wasn't a camera. So only because there wasn't a camera showing it, they're taking it to trial, basically, because that's what they're trying to fight. But I trust the Most High, and it's it's a great thing that how do I put this? It's a great thing. Oh, this is gonna sound crazy, but y'all gotta follow me with it. Him deciding to do that, where he did it, how he did it and stuff. Lord knows if I could change it, that would have never happened. But because I can't change it, because it did happen, I am so happy that he was as stupid and arrogant as he was, because they are changing things up there in Detroit because of this situation.
Okay.
Whereas so people having to pay for their PPO to be served and things like that, because of her situation.
Okay.
They're putting that in law now, that that's being changed.
Crazy.
So I
Yeah, 'cause
hate.
it's free in some states.
Yeah.
It's free out here. I know. I just had to get one 3 weeks ago. No lie.
Oh
I can show you.
Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, well, we claiming protection over you.
Yeah, you
Yeah, always. We know that. But yeah, so unfortunately our family had to lose somebody so special, but fortunately for the people out there that this change may save,
do.
it's a family that's going hard for change and going hard for justice and things like that. Um yeah, it's
I'm thankful for the
mhm,
victory. We claimed it, and I'm
yeah,
I'm thankful for
yeah,
the victory because justice has to be served all
yeah,
across the board. So
yeah.
well, let's
Okay.
shift gears a little bit. Let's
Right.
shift gears a little
Yes.
bit.
So y'all
Let's
understand why we say stuff about me, having to sit down for a minute and stuff like that. That's just the backstory. Now let's get into
get
it.
into. I want to start off with how I met you. So listen, John, do you remember John Baptist?
Yes, yes. I remember that.
So
I remember that.
coincidentally, now I was in high school. This is back in the day when I was using a fake ID to sneak into clubs to perform. It was that serious to me. I wasn't sneaking in to smoke, drink, none of that. I wanted the mic. I was a stage hoe, okay? Any stage I could get
Yeah.
on. So yeah, so I remember coincidentally 2 weeks before we met at the original Apache Cafe.
Yes.
Okay, the original Apache Cafe, where you threw the annual no, that's it was it's Showtime ATL, right? See, it's been
Yes.
so long. Dang, I'm
Yeah,
gonna get
it is.
my age
So
wrong.
it wasn't annual, it was actually monthly that we were doing that.
Yeah, but where were these funds coming out? Because y'all was dishing out the bread, okay?
And you know what? We made it work. We made it work. I came up with we came up with a plan that even though it didn't oftentimes bring in extra funds, we were able to cover the prize giveaway and cover all the people that had to get paid that night. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so every month we could come out to Apache Cafe, the original Apache Cafe over there by Varsity, right? So we could come
Yes.
out, you know what I'm saying? We could sign up, pay our money to get on the mic. It really was Apollo for Atlanta, mixed with a
Yeah.
little, because I'm from Wisconsin originally. So I love that you bring the up north Midwest to the South. I love it. I'm
Yeah.
always and yeah, I remember just being a nervous little kid in this place, like, but this is what I want to do, you understand? And I want to meet this lady because I used to listen to you on the radio. But 2 weeks prior to coming, Joan came through the drive-through where I worked. I worked
Okay.
in I worked in Taco Bell. Anyway, she had said like you have a radio host voice. I thought it was a little joke or whatever. I said, okay, cool, cool, cool. But it's funny because when I'm trying to fast forward and speak quickly because I know I can talk for a minute. When I finally came to your show at WRFG, and then they were looking for interns and stuff like that. And then I met this lady with all this hair, and we was talking. I was like, "Ooh, I know where I know you from. I knew her from the drive-through." And she told me I had one of them voices. Listen, I love all the secrets because then 2 weeks later I was on the mic at Apache Cafe.
Yes.
Legendary Miss Dia Easley. Do you know what you did for not even just Atlanta, just for the culture? And I don't just mean independent
Mhm.
music too, because the reality of the situation is there are a lot of people that have never been on FM radio. There are a lot of
Mhm.
people that, their music is wonderful, licensed, registered, all the things, but they may never get on FM radio.
Yeah.
You gave them that platform. There are some people that you gave a platform that are now, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, look, Lyric B is here.
Yeah. Come
You know
on
what I'm
with
saying? 'Cause
it.
I went from 89.3 to V103. Listen, things have happened. And I
Yeah.
just, do you know what you've done for the culture?
Humbly, I say this. Heck yeah. That's why I did it. And you know what? It's so funny because again, because of the type of family that I come from, like, we are a humble, proud family, you know,
Yeah.
where like it was no coincidence that I ended up doing all the things that I did. Before I moved here, I knew what I came wanted to do. Like, I started doing radio my freshman year in college. And the
Oh,
first couple of
damn. Oh, I love that.
it
Oh,
did.
I love that. I used to love
Yeah.
college radio, yeah.
Yeah. And I was in Kalamazoo, Michigan, which is 2 hours from Detroit, 2 hours from Chicago. And at that time, Kalamazoo didn't have an FM station that played hip hop on a regular. It was like one day, like Saturday for two
Mhm.
hours or something like that, they played hip hop. So our show was big time. And I didn't know it until my last year. I was like, oh my God, like, there's a lot of people from this city and then some of the surrounding cities and stuff that were listening. So when I moved here, I knew that I wanted to do independent radio, period. Because my
I
time
always wanted
there,
to ask why you chose independent. I remember
mm,
years ago watching interviews, an interview of you sitting in the station and saying you felt like it was your calling. And
mhm,
it's an old interview. Yeah.
mm,
But I remember
yeah,
watching it like when
mhm,
why
because
independent? Because you could have went, anywhere
oh
else.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, people, and it's funny because people think that I just wanted to but never got on, and it's so not that. Like,
No,
there's
I knew you said it was your call, and I was just like,
yeah.
I believe you, but young Jock need a calling.
Yeah, but you know what? Because I knew I would get fired. I knew I would get fired. Like, I
You
while
were so
in
mad.
college, the first couple years that I was doing radio, it was just fun. It was just fun. Yes, I was playing B-side songs. I was, thinking that I was doing something, which I would kind of work by still playing all mainstream artists, but just playing the songs that were great on the album that commercial radio stations weren't playing. So, so I'm
Oh,
thinking I'm doing something doing that. And then I was reintroduced to more of your like underground, people say conscious rap and stuff. Because growing up, we all, when everybody was getting a shot, it was no such thing necessarily as just like, okay, these are your conscious rappers. For me, everybody was just rapping or, hip hop artists. But when radio stopped playing that type of music, when we start playing more of like your Talib Kweli, because during the time I was in college, and when I started making that shift in my radio show was when like Get By had just came out and stuff like that. So it was like all these jamming, kind of conscious backpack, as people say, rappers making songs that I felt like, hey, these are worthy of being on this on air. And the crazy part about it, Lyric, is so my show has always been part talk, part radio. What I noticed when we start playing different music, I heard a shift. Like my audience was growing with me. And
Yeah.
I learned then at that moment that, like, first off, music is nothing to play with when it comes to my people. So I knew moving forward that it was no question about whether or not, I was going to be able to do radio and not play music that I wanted to play.
Mm.
So I knew if I went, trying to tell these commercial stations who care nothing about the people of the music. If I went in there trying to fuss with them every day about, hey, we need to add this, they get me out of there. And
I ain't
or if
lying.
I
I done
went.
been, I done been removed, and I thought I was just,
Man, they put me up out that thing so quick. They ain't hearing that. They ain't here trying to hear us talk that talk. So yeah, like I knew I would get fired, or I always question. I'm like, if I was doing this knowing that I hate this song, like how am I gonna jump on right after a
oh
song that I hate? Like, hey y'all, you're tune dancing. Like, I don't know how to do that type of fakeness. Like, if I don't
man,
like something, you gonna probably know. Like,
yeah.
so yeah. So
You know what?
WRG.
That leads me into my next question, and I kind of follow it up with an example. So, at being at Apache Cafe and coming to your events, my very first time, it wasn't by a full audience; it was by two drunk men in the front, but they were loud. But my first time being
Okay.
booed at your
Oh
event,
wow.
I will
Mine
never
too.
forget, right? And I'm gonna tell you what happened. It was really just I didn't have master music. I recorded in like a little basement or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Song was good, but
Mm-hmm.
you could hear the mess ups and stuff like that. And I remember you came on the stage and you stopped the music. You said, "Nah, I done told y'all, you like somebody, y'all need to be loud. I don't need to be confused if you like them or you don't, okay? Make some noise for Lyric B." I was like, "Oh, you just saved my ass, because listen, we know what the rules is. It's just loud enough."
Right.
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 But,
We ain't gonna have
yeah,
them go
but
out just totally like that.
no, look, Brad, I remember I took that. I got a
Mm,
vocal coach. I got with a real engineer, and I
mm.
came back to your station, getting ready to open up for the Yin Yang Twins, and it was a bunch of stuff. But I had this song called "Charger,"
Uh-huh.
and I remember Hollywood loved the song, and that's a tough critic. And you had people calling in that did not know me and compliment this. I was like, you know what? So my question is, what was your first um, learning experience that no one taught you in the business? And what was that like?
Hmm.
Something you just had to learn on your own. It was no advice, no mentor, nobody you were saying. You just it's like, oh,
Mm.
okay.
Um. Okay, and I'm not gonna share this one just to brag. However, the day that we met Michael Jackson,
Ah,
I
okay. Yeah, yeah, go. Because
but
wasn't it in July? Wasn't it July?
yes, it was July 7th, 1998 to be exact. Damn.
Okay.
So but that day I learned how important it is to not give up. Uh because we were told, well, two things. how to not give up and how to go after what you want, because I tried to take off work, and my manager was like, no, I really really need you. But when I got there and saw that the assistant manager was going to meet Michael Jackson, it was like, nah, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
And that day, even though I probably was wrong, I chose myself. And that was one thing that I hadn't done kind of before that, like choosing myself. But it was Michael Jackson,
Really?
so yeah, yeah. Before that, I would have been somewhere staying at the job, like, dang, he really need me. And it probably would have been a slow day, but I would have felt good knowing that, hey, he said he needed me and I stayed, even though they were some racist pricks at that job,
Yeah.
well, not the one, but for the most part, most of, so I chose myself that day. And then when we first got there, we thought we weren't gonna meet him and stuff, and thankfully I didn't necessarily make the choice to keep on trying and stuff, but to see the people that I was with, to see them like, oh no, we ain't giving up. After that, it was just like, oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
When you feel like something is going to happen,
Yeah.
there are going to be times when it may not happen. But if you feel like something is going to happen and you're told no, or it's like a little curveball thrown or something like that, if you really feel like it's going to happen and there's room for you to do something to still make it happen, do it,
Yeah.
you know, like do it. So from that, and thankfully I was only 17 when this happened. So I took that same attitude through college, took it through
Okay.
moving here, took it through, just
That
life
explains.
period.
That explains. Now you see why I was shocked a minute ago when you said prior to, I probably would have just stayed because one of the things I was even thinking about before we did the interview, I was like, you just, from the moment I met you, as long as I've known you, or even prior to listening to you, radio, you've always known yourself. I always felt like to this day, I can hear songs or hear a type of, I can hear something and I think I really will think of you. You was just always comfortable being you to the point I'm like, damn, I wish I was born in her time. Like, because man, and you keep hip hop alive. I'm telling you. So
Oh, thank
I'm
you.
surprised at that because I feel like you've always had a knowing. So it was from that moment. Okay,
Y-
okay,
Yeah. And
that's a
again, I
good.
was I was only 17.
Yeah,
So, you know.
but
So
to carry it. So you met him.
yeah, yes. Yes, I got a chance to meet him after being told no and us going to his hotel. At the hotel, I didn't get a chance to say anything to him, but he did touch my hand. So at first, I'm thinking that's all I need. Like, I'm never gonna wash this hand. Michael Jackson touched his hand.
Yeah.
I could have gone home after that. But again, the people that I was with, they like, nah. So let's go back to where they said he wasn't, coming to. So we went back there, and lo and behold, he ended up coming. I used to work at a Sam Goody, and he went to another Sam Goody, and they allowed Sam Goody employees from some of the other stores to come
Yeah.
see him. And yep, so I got a chance to see him, got a chance to talk to him for a second. He took my face and put our faces cheek to cheek. I said,
Yeah.
when I find that picture, now I have some other pictures, but when I find that cheek to cheek picture, y'all gonna have to call my people to get to me.
Okay.
Straight up.
Well,
But you
look,
know what, Lyric? Oh, I'm sorry. I
oh,
just
go
want to
ahead.
say this real quick. And you know what was so interesting? Another thing that I learned, that everybody, everybody's human. Well, most people. We all human,
Yeah.
because Michael Jackson was so, he was, how do I put this? He was so just genuine. He just felt so real, and he felt so he treated me like it's an honor to meet you. And it was weird because after that, like, going on into radio, meeting artists and all that stuff, it
Oh,
it
talk to me.
allowed me to not have like this whole, oh my God, I'm scared to say something to them, or I still was only scared to meet Dick Gregory and Anita Baker, but everybody else, was like, hey, I talked to Michael Jackson, like who. And what's funny is he was nicer than most of the people that I've ever met.
I
Like he
was
was just.
good. That's what I was just gonna say to you. I love hearing that because that was one of the lessons I kind of had to learn in the business. Not the
Mhm,
I've heard a lot of people say never meet your heroes and stuff. Not that, but I
mhm,
learned that you know me. I come from the church. I love
mhm.
everybody. I come in the room. What's up? How you doing? What we need? I
Right,
just
right.
but I don't know. Not you can't be that way everywhere, but everybody is not that way. And it's
Yeah.
in this business, one thing I feel God really has laid on my heart is the understanding that I've gotten in the last few weeks. Because I've always told this story the same way until the last few weeks. I feel like there's a paranoia, or people are just cynical when they get into business. But you have to understand, a lot of people who have come from not having anything to being
Okay.
thrusted in this business, and then having so many people try to, you know what I mean? It
Mm-hmm.
can create that, and so it makes it hard to develop real, genuine relationships.
Yeah.
But I'm thankful for the ones that I have made. Like you say, when you met Michael, I met a few, and I'm just like, oh, thank God, it's like
Right.
I'm Lyric B. I know you, but I'm Lyric B. So,
Right. Right.
so
Yeah.
that
Yep.
is so dope. Look, I wanted to ask you about. It was one of the pictures I saved in the archive. Back in the day, Facebook days.
Okay.
Where were you when you met? Y'all might have met multiple times, but when you met Erica Badu, it's a picture I said. I saved all the pictures. You, Vicky Smiley. It's a few radio hosts who I just love, and moments that y'all had. They my moments. I live for them.
Okay.
Yeah,
So she and we did. I didn't actually get a chance to interview her. I just so I work with the J Dilla Foundation, and
yeah,
yes, and Dilla's uncle, Uncle Herm, who has the donut shop, Dilla's Delight, he had given me a shirt that he was like, I want you, if you get a chance to see Erica, because she was headlining at the One Music Fest that year. And he was like, if you get a chance to see Erica, I want you to give her this shirt. So I just made sure that because he really was excited about her having it. So at the One Music Fest, that was backstage, and I got a
yeah.
chance to give her, get a shirt and stuff to her.
What
Yeah,
is
but
her
she's
aura?
one of my favorites.
Yeah, what's her aura like in person? I just wonder.
You know what? She just felt like a regular sister to me. Like, I don't know if it's again because I look at everybody just as
Yeah,
a
yeah,
human that,
yeah.
but she felt like that. Like, she I did want to hug her just because.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just
yeah.
want to hug her to let her know how much Mama's gun helped me through my growing
Hey,
pains.
that's so love. So love.
But she seemed, like a genuine soul.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, well, I did have a burning question now. I know I posted
Ooh.
it. It's kind of a ritual. Anytime I bring somebody on the show, people know to just send in questions. So even though I posted it up late, I appreciate those of y'all that flooded me up. I got a few of them. So it's
Okay.
always sitting pretty underscore 91 as, will you be returning to FM radio, and what stations are you interested in? And I'm glad you asked. Because it's my question too. It is. Listen, because I'm telling you, I need you.
Yeah. So, I love WRFG. For those who aren't
Hey,
familiar, 89.3 FM here in Atlanta has been on the air over 50 years. It
hey,
is an independent radio station on the FM dial, 100,000 watts, so it got reach. And it was, it's home for me.
it is.
Hopefully, we can get something going and stuff. Then, like, I ain't gonna hold you. That would be my first choice here in
Okay. Okay.
Atlanta. I also like, I like, is it 97.9 or 104? Um, whichever one Chubb Rock and DJ Felix them are on. I do like that station, and I think that there's room for them to add hosts, a few more hosts and stuff there. So if not, I would love to be somewhere there. I just need to be at a place that would allow me to do the type of radio that I know works. That's the thing. People
Yeah.
try to tell us that this doesn't work. Like, oh no, the people want to hear this. I'm like, there's a huge demographic, and it's by design. Like, it's not a coincidence that for the mature adult hip hoppers
Uh-huh.
that there aren't stations that's catering to them, because that's where big change happens. That's
Yeah.
where, like right now, if they know, if we get to the parents of the young people that's in that at that place where they want to be friends, but they need to parent a little bit more. If we get to them and have radio where we're allowing them to stop and actually think about the things that they're doing and stuff like that, you're gonna see change in the community. So
Yeah.
I'm all for comment. I would love to do, like I said, one of the two of those stations. If not, I'm not opposed at all to doing going with a podcast type online format. But ideally, I would like to be on FM in Atlanta, and we'll see, we'll
Because
see.
we
But
miss you on the airwaves. I know I do, and I appreciate the question. Always sitting pretty. I appreciate
Hey,
it. Yeah,
pretty
because I
pretty.
really do. I really do. I really do. Now, look, Miss Serial entrepreneur, multi-business owner, get into the bag, the purse, the wallet, the security deposit. She got it all. Listen, we got pretty dope boxes, pretty dope media, epic entertainment team. Do you still sell on Etsy?
So you know what? My Etsy shop is still up, but so this is the thing. I do a lot of pop-up shops. I do a lot of pop-up shops. I go live, do a lot of live sales and stuff. And it just had became a little overwhelming. Like, because I design custom pieces,
Yeah,
and so I do custom pieces and then vintage. Um these are rare pieces. So if it
yeah,
sells, I have to make sure that I'm going, taking it down, and so for 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 where I've been this last year trying to, thank you, boo.
yeah,
But for what
yeah. Hey, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
for where I've been this last year, just trying to kind of get back level headed and stuff. I just do a lot of lives, but I will be, getting the Etsy back popping and all that stuff. But I'm always here on Instagram doing live shows, and they're a bunch of fun where I just
Yeah,
go live, show items, and people, they shop with me that way.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What made you start pretty dope media? Well, I say pretty dope media, but I'm still trying to tie it into Epic Entertainment Team because I feel like you've been curating shows and events forever.
Yeah.
So I mean, was it just did you just say, well, let me LLC it, or I mean,
Yeah. So, okay. So, all the pretty dope, like the
what's just
brand
your
stuff.
brand? I mean,
Yeah. So that's all me. So, pretty dope box are like the cigar boxes that I upcycle and stuff.
yeah,
You can get
yeah.
any image on
I'm telling
them.
you, my girl be in her bag. I'm telling you.
But I take cigar boxes and I upcycle them. So that's pretty dope box. Now, pretty dope media, it was simply because I, do radio, and I didn't want to. I, I didn't want to just kind of box myself in as radio, because my goal has to always, um, has always been to transition into short films and videos and things like that.
Okay,
So
I thought you was going because you know I've always called you the Oprah of my time, so I thought we should stay functional.
you know what? So that was my, oh my gosh. In college, you couldn't tell me that like I wasn't going straight to doing a talk show host, like all that stuff. I still am, interested
Right,
in doing all
right,
that stuff. So
right.
that's all like under, pretty dope media. Epic Entertainment Team is actually my family. So my mom, back when I was in elementary school, my mom started event planning. She started doing weddings
Okay.
and catering and all that. So I've always loved putting together special occasions. Like
Yeah.
since we were little, I just love doing it. Like I come from some very creative a very creative family. Most of the people in my family sing. So it's, like we've always just been about creating and then um performing and stuff. So my
Mm.
mom, she introduced us to that industry as children. And then my sister, who gave me all of my babies, my sister,
My
when our children, because I call them mine,
yeah.
when our children became like teenagers and stuff, I used to always tell her, I'm like, look, we got a whole team. Like I knew she was going to get into the business, but what I didn't expect was like my nieces and nephews are amazing
Oh, this is a
in this
family
business.
family
Yeah,
affair.
so it's a family. So Epic
And you know
Entertainment
what?
Team.
With it being generation, oh, I know y'all turning events out because
Listen,
you,
Listen,
yeah.
so and it's interesting. So my mama is the, when it comes to logistical thing, like she is second nature to her. I'm more of the trying to be as creative and because I spent so many years doing like the live shows and stuff like that. I'm trying to figure out like, okay, making sure like the entertainment part of it, like they leave, having experienced something. My sister and my nieces and nephews, they gonna make that thing look so good.
Yeah.
Like it's so crazy because I tease them all the time, trying to reminding them that like, hey, I may not be able to do all the balloon arches like y'all, but what we all bring to the table is amazing. Even our boys, our young men rather, like they love the business. If we aren't available and we need them to decorate the whole thing, they're coming there, people thinking that they are going to be like security or something like that. But like, no, they're coming there and hook that thing up real quick. So,
And so like people can book events through you guys.
yes. Yeah. So so in Detroit, we have a venue.
Mm.
It is in East Point, Michigan, right outside of Detroit. It's on 9 Mile. Y'all know 8 Mile is where kind of the cutoff of Detroit is. We right at 9 Mile on in East Point. So we have a venue there, but we also do. If you just need decor done, you can always reach out to us and do decor. We got every color throne chair you can think of. Here in Atlanta, we don't have as much inventory, but you can still get the services. We do have throne chairs and all that, but you still can get like the decorating services. We do paint parties, clothes swap parties. So everything that I've been doing here and stuff, we
Baby,
do
I'm
it.
talking about. Woo, they used to, every time I get online, I'll be like, damn, I need a car. Then I got a car and she done moved away. It'd be a lot. Or I done moved away. You know, that I done yeah. Yeah.
But
But we
yeah,
are
so
united soon and I wanna book an event for you. I gotta
oh,
get some
thank
pretty
you.
dope on me. You know what I mean?
I
Got to.
know
I've
I
been
need a
saying that
lyric
long.
hug.
It's been too long.
Yeah, and you know what? So let me say this too, real quick, and I'm not trying to take over, but um, the way I'm feeling that you feel about me, I feel that for you too, and I just want you to know this because having worked with so many, artists here, like it's one is always great to know that you are appreciated and you have always been forthcoming about that. Like, hey, I appreciate this, because you'll be amazed how many people we provided, a platform for, that like come in and say stuff to us like, yeah, I just want to come support you on your radio. How you I'm not the one that need my music played,
Yeah, let's keep
you
it a
know.
bean if we ain't gonna keep it a buck now. What
If
we
we
doing?
ain't gonna keep it a buck, you know what I'm saying? So you'll be amazed. And that's what, even with my co-hosts, my DJs, I always told them, like, look, I'm not saying walk around here acting like you're above anybody or anything like that, but do not walk around here acting like you're beneath anybody. Like, because people think that since we're doing independent radio, people, oh, they call other radio stations real radio. And since we're not doing real radio and
I've
stuff,
always thought the opposite though,
oh,
because
you'll be amazed how many people think this.
hmm.
Yeah, like
And you
they
know what,
come.
but you know what? It's kind of the same with music though. Like
Mhm.
I've heard people say before independent artistry was a thing, because a lot of people got out of like 360 deals and started going independent, so it was made a thing.
Yeah,
In my opinion, I thought it was called underground. And sometimes people will look at that as like, and I'm
yeah,
like, what are y'all talking about? Y'all don't remember Most Def and Anthony,
yeah,
and these people are what?
yeah,
Stop it. What you mean? So I
yeah.
don't know. But I always looked at it opposite, because when I think of regular radio, I think of all these restrictions, and like you were saying,
Hmm.
sometimes you genuinely have to advertise yourself, your own voice, advertise whatever, because this how we paying for the commercial, and they done
Yeah.
put whatever, and oh, y'all know I don't
I'm so
support this, and
confused.
these white strips don't work on my teeth. You know what I mean? Just yeah.
Right, right. Yeah.
No,
So it,
put some respect on her name. I'm sorry.
yeah, so I appreciate that, because again, people thought they were gonna think to like treat us like they're doing us a favor for coming down, getting an interview and stuff like that. Like, nah, what we do is important. Do you like you said earlier, how many people have never been able to get on FM radio? And again, I tell people all the time, I'm like, no, I probably wouldn't do this if I was just in some little city, unless I was doing it and it was being syndicated and stuff like that. But like, to do any type of radio in Atlanta means
Yeah.
something. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We're in a major market on the FM dial. Like, that means something. So
Yeah, and I almost felt like you bridged the gap between
mm,
independent and mainstream. I know so many mainstream artists that know you by name. You know what I
hmm
mean?
hmm
That I feel like you've come in contact, and you had a few come up to the station. But I know you're speaking from your experience. I just really always saw it opposite. I feel like to say you work in independent radio is to say you have a lot of control. To
Yeah.
me.
Oh no. People look at it like, well, not everybody, but a lot of people look at it like you're still just trying to get on to commercial,
Oh,
or
wow.
you can.
No, no, no,
Oh
no.
yeah. Oh no. I'm telling you, I get so many people saying to me like, so like you didn't try commercial, or you just gave up on like.
Now I will say what now when I say I've always wondered why you didn't do other stations. What I mean is when I've looked at certain people. No disrespect, because I got love for my people at V103. But um, I've seen them do fill-in hosts, and I've seen them rotate chairs because they couldn't find the right one. And I'm like, oh, y'all do not know Atlanta.
Yeah.
'Cause you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
like you say, so many people listen to certain stations for certain reasons, even though it be garbage on there. But I don't
Trash.
know. When I think of some of these stations, and then how they have the live streams while they're doing it,
Hmm.
um, or just certain places, I just feel like why they don't got Dia, like, yo, you be doing vocal warm ups or something. Your voice is rich. It's just we finna get into the spoken word of it all, but your
Let's
voice it
go.
sounds like water. Like I don't know.
Oh, thank
We
you,
used to stay
love.
up on airwaves, okay? And I used to be
Yeah.
listening, late, posted, yeah. So. That's what I
Thank
mean.
you.
No disrespect. I just there's certain stations I just be like, y'all rotating, y'all looking for. Yeah, hell, when the
Yeah.
Breakfast Club was rotating that seat trying to fill Angela, Yee, I'm like, who the fuck do I need to email? I will email. People get tired of me emailing. I'll be emailing. Okay,
Do you?
I do. Yeah. So
That's
that's
what's
what I
up.
mean. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to, like I said, coming back to radio. I'm looking forward to doing all of the things that I been saying I was gonna do and, kind of put off and stuff like that. So yeah. And and
All right. So
and
I got
when we come back, we coming back bigger, better, stronger,
stronger.
a little more
Yeah.
bold, a
Hey.
little. If y'all didn't, if you thought it was bold before, it's a little more bold now. It's a little more certain now.
You
It's a
know,
little
because
more
after
unapologetic.
every storm, there's like a new coating and a new
Hmm.
anointing that kind of showers over you.
Hmm.
So I believe every word that you're saying, and I got chills when you said it. Okay, I got
Hmm.
some follow-up questions real quick. Okay,
Okay, come on.
are you ready?
I can talk to you all day.
Okay. Would you prefer to do a soap opera or an action film?
Oh, oh, action,
Yeah, you ready for some action? What? Okay, would you
action.
do your own stunts or would you do a stunt double?
Have to do a stunt double. You're not hitting me, and we're not fighting for real. You're not hitting me. I don't give a good goddamn who you are. You're not hitting me, and we not go scrapping for real. All bets are off. So, um, now I would do a little bit of fighting, but to
A little
actually have,
bit.
yeah, it's only so far you can go with hitting me, and I not forget that
Mm.
this is a film. I
Okay,
am
and you
East
can't
Side
be
Detroit.
biased because you can't be biased with this next one because you're friends with one of the
Okay.
people. Okay, Lil
Okay.
Jon, a Lil Scrappy.
So I'm not, let me clarify. I'm not friends with either. But I would it's something about Screamy that I like. I don't watch Love and Hip Hop. I used to watch it for a quick second, but it just
I
is
ain't
too
seen that in
much.
years.
It's
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just it's disgusting for me. Sorry. Well, not sorry. But uh but Lil Jon, just because when it comes to his music was a huge part of my college life.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah, and then Lil Jon also started down at 89.3. So I have a lot of respect for my 89.3 comrades.
Yeah, yeah. He did very well in transitioning. I know he still does
Yes.
his music occasionally, but just how he's transitioned in business, spirituality. I watched the interview recently. He hasn't drank in quite some time.
Mm,
I love when we evolve.
yeah.
We're ever evolving. So I love seeing
Yeah.
that. Hell, I love seeing you with this dude because
Oh.
who,
You
right?
know, I'm a wig girl now when I don't feel like doing, having natural hair. People don't be knowing how much work it is.
It
Like,
is.
it's work.
You could be styled in profile, homie, and walk outside and boom, go
Yeah.
from slick and sleek to Kunta Kinte. Yeah, I go
See,
to
and and the thing is, I don't mind the contingente. I don't mind that. But when I'm not going for it, like, hey, today, no, I
yeah.
wanted this, So yeah, so I throw these wigs on in a heartbeat now and
I
keep it
stay
moving.
braided up. I keep a hat on. It'd be like,
All that
man,
hair you got.
this gonna last 10 minutes, and I gotta go, y'all. So let's get these pictures, right?
Let's get these pictures, dog. Let's get them.
How long have you been doing spoken word, and when did you know that was your power?
Um, so my sister was one of the most remarkable writers you will ever meet as a child. When we were in elementary school, my sister used to write poems. She used to write these short stories. She would write these short stories. My best friend, my first best friend, and I, we were just laughing about this last week. She would write these short stories and then make us wait like either days or weeks for the next one and stuff, and like we'll be all week long like, okay, so what you think gonna happen next? So
My
I
cousin used to do that shit. Yeah.
yes, so
Juicy stuff. Yeah.
I've always loved creative writing. I've always
Okay.
loved it. So as elementary school, I started first writing poems. Middle school, I ended up going to a school that had a poetry contest every year. And all year long, anytime a poem, I would come across a poem that I liked, I would practice it and memorize it and stuff like that, to go to the poetry contest and try to win. Even though I never won because Karita Brown could recite a
Dr.
poem.
Rita.
Listen, Karita Brown could recite a poem like it was nobody's business. We all knew she was gonna win every year, but we sat and cried every year when we didn't win. So it's kind of like I've been slam battling, since middle school. High school, I didn't write as much. I was writing some, then I got back to writing and stuff in college. And for me, it was because I was feeling like I was healing myself by writing. I I remember the first time I like really really got up in front of a crowd in Detroit and shared. I was scared because I was like, oh Lord, what if they slow clap me? Like, okay, good job. But after sharing and people receiving it the way they received it and stuff, it was just like, oh, dang, I think this is something I'm supposed to be doing. And the way that the poems came, like, I haven't been able to write. I just almost finished a poem for the first time in years. I'm talking about over a decade. I haven't been able to write.
Wow.
Yeah, and the crazy part, all of the poems that I've been sharing, I wrote all of them in like 2003, 2004. So I wrote them, years over 20 years ago. And how they came, it was just like literally awesome. All right, today I'm addressing this issue and how I really feel about it or what I really feel like I need to do about it and stuff like that. And the poem just came. And
That
because
might
they never,
answer my so because I didn't mean to interrupt,
you
but when
know,
you said how long it's been, I was gonna ask, do you feel like I don't feel like I'm hearing you say that it's do you feel like it's a writer's block or do you feel like it's a I'm gonna touch this, but I got this thing that I'll be saying, I'll be like, not too deep. It's getting too deep. Or is it
no, you know what I think it is? Because I haven't done with the poems that I was given, because I was given those things. Like I said, the way that they came, it would literally be in like a sitting and they just poured. God just
I know I love
and
it.
because I didn't finish, doing everything that I'm supposed to do with those poems, I feel like I haven't been able to receive anything else. So my goal is for my birthday this year, and I gotta stick to it. I'm hoping to finish this project up. I was too concerned about me releasing it exactly how I wanted. I wanted to do the whole Beyonce thing before Beyonce did it. I wanted like a video for everything. I wanted this, and all that
We
stuff.
artists,
But
yeah.
yeah, but I can't worry about that. So I think once I do with these poems what I'm supposed to do, more will come.
Okay. I believe that. I received it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I receive it. And if they don't come then, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe the trees ain't that good. It's like,
Don't do it
maybe,
like that.
maybe they didn't. Maybe they took the creative juice out of the thing.
No, we
I
gonna
don't know.
sprinkle a little bit of pepper. We gonna sprinkle. Listen,
Right.
I know what I wanted to ask you. Do you no, okay, I know we did. We already got into that. You keep coming and going. Every time I catch it, I leave. What was I about to ask you? Okay. So listen, outside of radio, outside of spoken word. One of the things I talk about on the RT show, and I know I was telling you how I got the title when I was a kid and I moved to Georgia from Wisconsin. Back then we'd be like, for real, or, that's
Hmm.
our thing. But out here, they'd be like, real talk. And I figured out what it means. But yeah, so this is the Real Talk show, right? So
Okay.
in having real talk, right, it's not just about Black owned businesses. It's not just about success. I love to talk about mental health maintenance. We always talk about
Hmm.
awareness. We aware,
Hmm.
right? Mental health maintenance, because I remember when I went through the death of somebody I went to sleep next to every night and woke up to every morning, and
Hmm.
was ready to have
It's a
babies and
lot.
make my mother proud and stuff. I remember that, and I remember being on Cage Phillip just put me on a tour with the Ying Yang Twins and Franchise Boy. Like this was about to be dope, but I remember when that happened. Something I wanted my whole life. I'm telling you, I didn't even know what mental. I just knew I wasn't right, and I needed to
Yeah.
go home. I needed to go
Hmm.
home, and so I
Hmm.
wonder, how do you find your peace? How do you maintain your mental? How do you, eh, you
Hmm.
know,
Hmm.
how do you think?
Um, well, two things, I think, well, three things. Um, One, my family, just like my family, and not just my family and my friends, because I have friends that are family, and keeping people around me that I know pour into me, or that I know, we pour into each other, or I
Mm,
know they genuinely care, or I know when I call them I'm gonna laugh, or if I need to cry I can call them and stuff. So talking to them on a daily basis, like I talk to my some of them we don't talk all the time, but it's never been like, okay, yeah, we don't talk, because the moment that we do, we pick right back up where we were. So
yeah,
just surrounding myself with people that I know genuinely love me. Even though they we may not like each other at times, but I know these people love me. So that um the word. And no, I'm not one of those people that be like, oh yeah, every single thing in the Bible you gotta trust,
oh
or
yeah,
whether it's the Quran that you read, whatever it may be. Everything in it is 100%. No, I'm not saying that, but there's enough in there to guarantee that if you read it, you know it, you apply it, it works. So just knowing that it hasn't changed, and it keeps showing me that, like, what I was supposed to get out of it um was real, and I wasn't just reading something, so it's just being raised in the word, and knowing where to go, or even when I don't know where to go, or I don't know what to say or what to think, I know that I can just release and ask the Most High, and to, hey, guide me, and it's gonna happen. That, and then finally, I think where it kind of all start though, music. Music has always been, music has my entire life. Since I was a child, the way music moved me, um, I just have a love for it, that, like, whenever I'm going through anything, I know what songs to go to.
yeah.
So yeah, so music, Stevie Wonder. Stevie, if I could thank him a million times or more, I would thank him a million times or more, because for when I'm dealing with any type of, like, real mental, like I'm going through it, there's a Stevie song without a doubt that I go to. So
I was just about to bust out. Cut it out. I thought of one as you said that. Oh man,
man,
one of them
yeah.
timeless voices. It's like his voice don't age. I say that
Yeah,
about him, Charlie Wilson. I love their voices. It's
yeah,
like it stays the same.
yeah.
Yeah, I got
And Donny Hathaway. Donny Hathaway is who did it all. I mean, Donny Hathaway. So do we got a couple seconds? How long? Okay, so let's go. Okay, I just want to talk to you. So, so when I I guess you know how people say when they got saved or when they became conscious, all of that stuff happened at the same time. My senior year of college, I did a dual degree in communications, organizational communications, and then Black American Studies. And I was also like really learning the word for myself, like really digging into it, really understanding. I was going through that whole phase of like, oh, Jesus, a white man. I went through like I went through, you know, y'all listening to the oppressors religion and all that stuff. And it was so crazy because when I tell you, he snatched me up so quick and just educated me in a way that was just like, yo, this is real. So, but it sent me into like a slight depression because I also was simultaneously learning history and learning how history and religion and stuff, where they are one and the same. Where when we talk about our people being oppressed, our people being enslaved, and all that stuff, our people, like me, actually learning that we, not by faith, but in real life, blood. You know, we were those people that we read about in the Bible. It took me to a place that like I got afraid because I'm like, yo, if they would kill him, if they kill Jesus, they kill Malcolm, they kill Martin, they kill, like it just scared me. And it scared me. And it was through poetry, through writing about it, through writing about my experience, my fear, all that stuff, and Donny Hathaway. Because most of the poems that I have that I wrote during that time, I wrote them listening to Donny Hathaway, and I call him my goddad. I tell his daughter Danita when I first met her, I said, your daddy is my goddad, like
Yeah.
because he truly, truly did, along with a lot of other, songs and stuff. But it was Donny Hathaway that, like, when he saying that song, "Take it from me, someday we gonna all be free." Like, I
Mm.
believed it for the first time. Like, I truly believed it. That, like, listen, although this has been going on for centuries and
Yeah.
centuries, like, you just have to believe that we gonna be free. So, yeah. So it's been that music has played a huge role in keeping me sane. Keeping
Yeah.
me going, keeping me encouraged.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Tupac.
Ooh,
And
ooh,
Tupac.
we need a whole other episode. Not just his music. This
Mm-hmm.
man took
Mm-hmm.
advantage of the free media that he got as a
Mm-hmm.
result of being who he was.
Yeah.
And he used it
Yeah.
to educate,
Yeah.
not just, you know what? Ooh, I could talk to this woman forever. You be playing, then you just sprinkled it in there too. You be playing. Well, here's what I think. I think we need to put a mural in Atlanta. We need to put the greats on the mural, right? Put them on there, and you're gonna be up there on this
Yeah.
mural that we gonna paint.
Wait, I'm so sorry. I had a phone call come in and it
I know you
had
thought me
it
trying to
froze.
start. I said, look, I said we need to make a mural in Atlanta. We're gonna put Pac and all the greats up there, but I think we need to put you up there too.
Put
Smack
me
dab
up in
in the
that
middle.
thing, even if I'm just a tattoo on his arm.
Ooh, man, that was good. That was a bar. I like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
hey, don't get me
that was nice.
started.
Yeah, but no, I feel like you dropped the same gems, like how we was just speaking about Tupac. I know you just mentioned him real briefly, but like I love how he would use the media to
Yeah,
educate us all, no matter what the color. And I love how you've been able to do that over the years too.
thank
How,
you.
yeah, like
Yeah.
anytime your voice is your power. So I need you back on these airwaves. I need us
Okay,
to
okay.
complete these missions in these poems I ain't heard of. Oh, did I tell you I bumped into Shamora?
Did you?
Yeah. Candy had a show at City Winery. She's been taking it on tour, but um I was moving some. I was walking backstage and I saw her sitting down, and I just had to stop and tell her like, you know me, But she was just sitting there, and I love how her spirit is so humble even today. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, even
Mm-hmm.
all she done did, she's just so humble today. But I was just telling her like, yeah, yeah, I met you, Miss D. And she was like, oh yeah, yeah. I was like, yes, you remember before it was Old Lady Gang, it was Cloud 9. Like, y'all don't know how many fake IDs I used. And really, I didn't need them because security wasn't even tripping like that. I just,
Yeah.
it's so good to just, I just, I
Yeah.
want to bring old Atlanta back. Do you remember it?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
see, so when we say old Atlanta, for people that's from Atlanta, with all due respect, I know we're not even talking old Atlanta. We talking like middle age or teenage Atlanta.
Yeah. When we got here.
Right, like that 2000. But you know what? Because what we were doing was so important. It was so major. When I look at a lot of the artists that are, out right now that's getting commercial success, I'm like, we had a whole community of those type of artists. And for us to, especially, so let me say, for those who were curating events and stuff like that, to keep to be able to keep y'all encouraged about being able to get on stage or get your music played on a radio station, all that stuff, that meant something, because right now is not quite the same. So that the 2000s here, 2000s to 2010s, teens and stuff like that here in Atlanta, that was a special, special moment.
Yeah.
um, I'm so happy I was here in the city. I'm so happy I chose Atlanta, or Atlanta chose me. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
Woo!
Me too. Okay,
Yeah.
what's next? What's next? And when I say what's next, I want you to, because we got to put it in the atmosphere. Our words are
Uh-huh.
powerful. We manifest, and if we can think it is the possibility, but if we see it clearly, it already happened. We
Mm-hmm.
just got to
Yeah.
catch up with time. So I want to know about what film you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
This topic. I want to know about what film you're doing. I want to know. I want to know about what event you curating. When you touch back down. I want to know. I know you can't give us all of it because you're taking. No, but you got to give me a little. I just want a piece of the win.
Just a little piece of it.
A
Okay.
little piece.
So as far as film, I so again, I study Black history in
Mhm.
undergrad, and there are so many stories that have yet to be told. So I am so interested in doing, even if it's just a series of short films that
Okay.
highlight a number of the different people, because even when it comes to, just like when it comes to, from our artists to our inventors, especially our those that invented things that we use on a daily basis. And we living in a time now where people think to open their mouth up and say, oh, we didn't contribute anything to society. And I hate hearing, especially as I hate when we talk about our contribution and we limit it to just entertainment and
I
sports.
hate that. I
I
hate that.
hate that. So I would, that's my goal, is to do something that's going to be entertaining but educational, and focus on, it's no need for us to really come up with fiction. We've got so
True.
many stories that's never been told, and it doesn't have to stop here in the US. So that's my goal when it comes to, as far as television production and things like that. Now, as far as events, it's crazy. I was just telling my friend today, I said, Lord, I'm trying to figure out how do I handle this, because there are a number of events that I started here in Atlanta that people, some of them may know, some of them may not know, but they ran with the title of the events. So I'm like, I wanted to bring that back, but do I let them know, like, hey, I'm coming back for what's mine?
Yes, HBIC, the originator, the trendsetter. Don't get me started in this, Brother Tucker. Yes,
Do I let
yes.
them know, like, yo, or I've been working on just trying to think of a few other things. I will say this though, um, how do I put this? Okay, I do have a different approach though with what I'm doing moving forward. I do want to work with a like kind of like a smaller group of artists and continue to grind with them. So, even if it's like 20 artists, I got just a roster of about 20 artists
I
that
love that.
these are the people that I'm putting on shows, for and with and things like that. So between
I
that
love
and then because I love what we do with Epic Entertainment Team, which is creating, moments for special occasions. I'm leaning a little more towards, that side as well, where it's not about worrying about if tickets are on sale and stuff like that. Nah, you hired us to put your whatever event on, and we do that. So, so I'm a little all over the place because I love doing so many different things. So I just plan on doing a lot of different things, but just being a little smarter with them, with what I'm doing. Because my
yeah.
baby's not babies anymore. We got college to pay for
Yeah.
and stuff like that,
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
so
For
yeah.
real. Well, I am happy to hear that. I'm overjoyed to hear it.
Oh,
For a
thank you.
few reasons, I've been in the business now for a while, and I
Mhm.
have seen a lot. It's just similar to what you're saying. A lot of people I feel are milking the game. It's
Mhm.
very interesting. I was having a talk with God not too long ago. I did another show, another TV show, and they tried to make me the beat in the show. And I don't know if you know what I'm trying to say, but anyway, there was just I learned and I saw a lot of stuff that was going on. I was like, now Lord, I know I heard you clearly. Why would you have me, you know, be put in this situation? And clear
Mhm.
as day, I heard to let you know that this is still going on. This
Mhm.
is still happening, and it's happening to a lot. And I'm just like, oh, this deal would have never. But not even just putting you on a pedestal like that. Not even putting you on a pedestal like that. But I feel like you showed a lot of people the right way to do stuff. And
Thank
it's
you.
so many gatekeepers and just viper. It's just so many bad people out here. And
Yeah.
I thank God every day for the genuine ones that I met. Um,
Mhm.
and I can reach back to you and you can reach back to me. I mean,
Mhm.
I'm thankful and I can't wait till you come back because Atlanta just don't know. And I feel like people gonna have a breath of fresh air just like, damn. 'Cause, even now, like I was so bothered by some of the stuff that I've seen. Like I'm managing people. I'm
Okay.
managing a couple of reality stars and stuff like that and just taking what I've learned and applying it to them. And I don't know, ain't it rewarding when you can see like the fruits of your labor?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
It
just
is.
wanted to say that to you. I always end on an affirmation, but I just wanted to make sure that I said that to you. Like,
Oh, thank
I know
you.
you know, and I'm glad you know, but I want you to marinate on this, and meditate
Mm.
on this because Atlanta needs the real.
Oh, thank you.
They miss it. Yeah.
Thank you. And I needed this. I I needed this. I'm telling you, because as much as it's, we were talking about grief and stuff earlier, like it's a tricky thing.
Yeah.
It's like one day I'll be somewhere like, all right, I want to do this, I want to do that. And then the next day I'll be like, but I ain't ready. Cause
Yeah.
I'm still holding on to, I still don't know how I'm gonna react if somebody say something, and especially before that happened with my cousin, I was already and I didn't play about like domestic violence and stuff. And I,
Oh
as
no.
a
Yeah.
woman, and
Google
people know.
Google said that about you.
No.
Google says she is Google says she is a active, a active, outspoken. Again, I'm talking. I can show you my screenshots. I'm gonna send it to you. I was cracking up. I was like, okay, we got it. Yeah, she speaks.
Yeah, see, so before this happened, I was on it, and after that happened, it my tolerance level just to the floor. It's
Yeah.
to the floor. Like I can't even. It's underground. Let me take that back. It's underground.
To the point, it's
So
aggravating that people around us ain't that way. I saw a video
yeah,
of something happening to a lady. It was a viral video in a club, or she was leaving a club, something like that, and watching all these people record. Why ain't y'all
yeah,
welcome this nigga up?
yeah,
Or you know what
yeah.
I'm saying? And it
It's
used to be
key
a
to them.
time.
Mm-hmm.
But it used to be a time where we moved like that. If we see it,
Mm-hmm.
I look at it, we all in this thing together,
Mm-hmm.
so
Mm-mm. It's funny. It's content now. It's content that, people doing things for content and attacking women. And I tell our brothers this all the time. We see other races of people, other men, other races of men hitting on black women, like it's nobody's business. And they see because they see y'all doing it. They
not
see and
honoring.
feel like and when I say y'all, please know all my good brothers out there, I'm not talking, y'all know I'm not talking about y'all. I get accused of that all the time. Like, well, you must hate stop it. I got too many great men around me to hate men. That's the last thing I do. But I hate cowards. I hate abusers. I hate y'all. Like I do. I don't apologize about it. I hate you. I hate you. So yeah, I speak in a way that says I hate the thought of people, abusing folks or taking
Yeah.
someone's life just because they don't want to be with you anymore. Like I hate that. So so that's another thing that I had to deal with, when or I had to deal with, and I still deal with, where I wanna just jump back out there, but then I'm like, ugh, if they say the wrong thing, I'm gonna be F you coward. you
No, I
know
got you. No, I got you. I remember those reservations. Oof,
yeah.
crazy. Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
Yeah. So I'm working on it. I'm working on it because I can't let it just stop me.
yeah.
I
We
can't.
gotta press play. I'm telling you, I
Yeah.
loved when he dropped it in my spirit. We gotta press play, and you know this
Mm-hmm.
better than me.
Mm-hmm.
You do not receive these downloads.
Mm,
Um, I mean, we not just here till it's over. Like we're supposed to manifest it because we
yeah.
can, because it was imparted in us for a reason. So, um, yeah, but in due time, and I know that
Mm-hmm.
yeah, listen, I tell you, I trust your voice. So I know when I hear you say it, it's gonna happen. You
Yeah.
already in the work. I'm with it, and whatever you need, lyric B don't need no fee. You
We
just
did
tell
that
me what you
thing.
need me to sing. I'm ready.
I appreciate you for that.
What you
I
need me to
appreciate you for
do?
that. And that's what I really want though. That's what I want. I want to just run with my squad. Even though, it may not be, hey, you and I are doing something that's like that we have to deal with each other every day or every week, something like that. But no, I want something that's done either quarterly or, what I'm saying, I want to do something with you. I want to do something with
Yeah,
the squad of people that I know I love being around and I trust and stuff like that. 'Cause that's all
yeah.
it's about right now. I want to be around people that I enjoy being around,
Me
you
too.
know.
Me too.
hmm
Yeah,
And the
definitely.
Most
No,
High will provide that for us,
he will. He
will
will.
provide that for us. So,
Yeah.
yeah, even the little work that we have to do with other people, hey, because so much of my life, because 90% of my life is spent around the people that I want, I can do 10% with folks I don't, I don't like being around.
You got
That's a quick little,
you gotta let people
right? That's
love.
light work.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
light work. hmm
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward
So,
to it.
yeah, I wanted you to drop your socials and where people can, if they're trying to book Epic
Yes.
Entertainment Team, or yeah, shop with you. Let them know when the next live is coming, because y'all, she really got some. dope
We got
piece.
some
I like
fire.
the vintage. I like the vintage pieces. I
Yes.
love the stuff that you create, but I love your vintage pieces. I'll be looking like,
Yeah.
man, you can put some shit together. And I
Ah.
watched you do it in person. Because every time you step out, I'll be
We
like, well,
step
damn,
on the
even the earrings,
scene.
it be something. I'll be like, man, where'd she get that from? I'm happy. I
Yeah,
love it.
I love it. Ever since I was a little girl, thrifting. My grandma and my great aunt used to take
Thrifting.
us. Yeah, my dad, my mom, and so thrifting was always a part of my life. Going to garage sales and thrift stores and stuff. So, and when I was in the, in the 80s when I was a child, nothing got me more excited than getting dressed up in my mama clothes and making videos for songs, so like I've always loved like 80s style and before 70s and stuff like that. So here on Instagram is where I do most of my shows. I will be going over there to the what's a nata. I don't know, when you say other sites they be tripping and stuff, but I'll
Right,
be
right.
going over to that other place doing stuff. But you can
Okay.
always find me here. I do a lot of sales here. I always have a reel posted with most of my current inventory, and it just makes things easy for me now. Like if y'all see something you like, screenshot it, send it over to me. We can discuss. So pretty dope deal. You can find me here. Pretty dope box. I haven't been using that account as much, but I will be separating the two a little bit more. I've been advised to do it plenty times, but I'm such
Mm.
a hey. I'm who I am. If they don't like my,
Okay.
if they don't like that I say stop, get them cracker jacks off, if they don't like that, they just don't. They ain't got to shop with me. So
Okay.
so but I'm gonna be separating them a little bit anyways. But Epic Entertainment Team, I do have the link in my bio. It's Epic Entertainment Team here on Instagram. Our website is the same thing. You can find us there. Again, we do service Detroit and Atlanta. We travel as well, so if you're in another city, we do travel. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Huge shout out real quick before we do leave. I got to give a huge shout out to my uncle Akben, who just recently made his transition. Yes, yes, to Ak. For those who are familiar with the Initiators Gift Shop in Cumberland Mall, my aunt and uncle opened up a gift shop that was another unapologetically black business in Cumberland Mall. When you walk up, you will see a picture of Marcus Garvey or Malcolm X, big old picture of them in the window. Very, 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 very unapologetically black and proud. So we just recently lost him. Uh, we actually, pretty much my whole team in there has made their transition. Big shout out to and long live Barry B, who was our airbrush artist in there. For those that used to come in and see the airbrush artwork, Barry B made his transition, as well as my aunt Aisha. For all of those y'all remember her with the long locks, but it's the Initiators Gift Shop. And again, I just made his transition, so I just want to give a huge shout out to them because they too, that our store was home for many people. It was Cheers. It was where people came and
Right.
just black and just came and was able to talk and would get off work and come, and they was just, we didn't even have seating in there. I mean, they would come and stand and talk for hours. So so all the people that supported us throughout the years, thank you all so very much. But I got to give a huge shout out to them, so that they continue their name and their legacy and stuff continue to live. So big shout out to the fam Initiators family. What up though?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, well, y'all.
I don't want to go. I
Oh my
don't
God. You know
want
what's crazy? I used to feel that way every time the show would end because
to go.
I would stay up till y'all would actually end. But I'm gonna tell you another funny story. I was the same way when you would do your shows at Apache Cafe. I will never forget taking the bus. My aunt had this unlimited MARTA pass, and she
Oh,
worked for
you
the city or
outside.
something like that. So I took the bus all the way there, and I knew I should have. I just wanted to perform. I didn't really need to stay to the end. I really wanted to perform. I was like, look. The last bus run, man, I stayed to the
Oh,
end. I stayed to the end, and I had to wait till the train started running. But I had to wait
oh
3 hours. Oh, I
my
was so dedicated. I did not know how to leave. I
Oh,
did not.
wow. That is so special. I wish you would have told us. We would have got you home.
No, no, I was trying to be grown. I was like, I got this. I got this. They're gonna know my real age. Let's cut this shit out.
Right. Right. That's what's up. Well, we thank y'all for it. Thank you, Atlanta, for supporting supporting what we did throughout the years. That was a long, I was at
We won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop coming back.
uh-huh, uh-uh.
Not the song. Hey, what they
Not the
know?
shoulder. Yeah. So I thank you again. Thank you for having me. This is awesome. I wish
Oh,
you the
thank you for
best.
coming home.
I
Thank
wish
you
you
for
the
coming
best
home.
with this.
Thank you.
Yeah. Um,
Thank you. I
yeah.
normally end off with an affirmation. Well, you close us out today because you the pro.
Well, I haven't been able to perform poetry in a long time because I haven't been out. So if y'all don't mind, we're gonna close with a quick little poem, okay? This poem is called The Drummer. And I'm dedicating this first off to this amazing soul that's right here above me,
Oh,
lyric. Okay. And
thank
it's
you, God.
called The Drummer. Yeah. And to all of y'all, keep beating your drum. Okay. Like the heartbeat racing at a steady pace, he beats his drum. And like a toddler's feet pace, as they steadily race, he beats his drum. When the director signals that it is time for the band to march on, he beats his drum. When he hears the flutes cry out, the trumpets blow, and the trombones moan, he beats his drum. In the summer's heat, covered completely by the sun, he do not miss a beat. Our brother cold as he beats, no, our brother hot as he beats his drum. And in the winter's frost, with no trace of the sun, his tempo is hardly lost. Our brother cold as he beats his drum. Whether it's morning's daylight and the whole world is watching, or it's the darkest hour of the night without a soul in sight, he beats his drum with his head to the sun. We beat our drum as we face the sun. We beat our drum to the day we see the sun. That's the drummer. Peace on that. Snap, snap, snap. Snap, snap,
Oh,
snap.
y'all just got a free treat from the legendary, the one and only.
Thank you.
Oh, Miss Dia, easy.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so
Thank
much
you.
for
Thank
coming on the RP Talk Show. You made my day. You don't even understand
you.
any working. I'm talking about 5 different things went wrong before it was time to press play. I said, oh
Get
no, no, no,
out.
no, no. There is no lyric B without Miss D. I ain't nothing getting in the way of this cinematic video.
Bars.
Yeah, ain't nothing getting in the way of this. So I thank you. I wish you all the success. What you doing after this? Because I heard you was going, you dressed too spiffy.
Well, there is this little Tuesday night event that one of my DJ world famous C Style hosts, and I've been
Yeah,
saying I was gonna try to get there. So I may try to get there. Or I may
yeah,
go
yeah.
live. If y'all see me going live, I was thinking about going live again tonight because I have to travel. And instead of taking all this stuff, I said, let me go live. And if it sells, I ain't got to travel with it. To be already gone. So,
Right, right.
so we gonna put this cuteness to work somewhere.
We could make it happen. We could make it happen. I love you. I love
I
you,
love you
Jasmine.
back.
I can't wait to see you again. Thank you for the night. And if those of y'all that ain't here, y'all gonna see this a little later. We're gonna post it up YouTube
Yes.
everywhere. But yeah, this was great. Thank you so much. And we are out. Thanks for keeping it real on the RT Talk Show, my people. Miss Dia,
Al, see y'all. Thank you so much for having me. Love y'all.
love you.
Peace.